Comics Plus Akasan continuing part 2 of The Flash Season 7 is literally unwatchable. Rant by Black Lion. So this is part 2. We only had a few more minutes, but we had to get into Loki. So, and before I forget, I know a lot of you guys have a lot to say about this, and I appreciate everybody's comments on this situation. I think it's been a long time coming that people have been wanting me to voice my opinion on the season 7. So season 7, season 6, all of the Flash, since I've stopped putting any of the videos on YouTube, which you can see the full reactions to some episodes. Some I had to, like, literally, as Black Lion said, I just had to stop watching of several episodes because it's just bad. But the other episodes you can find on Patreon. And make sure you join us later this week for a live call-in show, probably only on Twitch. And then I'll post it later onto YouTube, where you guys can talk about Season 7. A lot of you guys have been wanting to call in and voice your opinion and concerns for this season. Let's continue. Black Lion, what you got to say?
And it's just really bad. We're going around the world, finding these like avatars of the forces, and then going up against them individually, which, I mean, it's not good in the comics, but somehow they made it even worse on the show by adding this family dynamic. Barry and Iris start considering the forces their children because they technically made them with the power of their love, which is just, I mean, just that sentence is the cringiest thing ever. But the fact that they're calling them their children, they're like sacrificing the good and the safety of the entire city because they're their children. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
And like Psyche calls Barry dad, everyone calls them dad and mom. I mean, it's so weird. Who thought of this? Whose idea was this? I don't understand. It's so weird. That's really the best word to describe it. I agree. Just so weird. And the Speed Force also wasn't really great. I mean, that's another thing. They kept calling her Nora. That's also, it's so weird. It's so disrespectful to the real Nora Allen. And the fact that Barry starts going along with it. It's so out of character. Between the Force Quest arc and then the Godspeed one, there was like 4 or 5 filler episodes, which, I mean, there's a Seal episode, who cares? There's an Allegra episode, one of the worst episodes of the show ever, leaving just 4 episodes for the Godspeed arc. 4 episodes. That's less than a crossover event. That's less than Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's the same as Crisis on Earth X. 4 episodes for a villain that they've been teasing for like years. He debuted in 2016, and ever since then he's been the most requested character on The Flash, in my opinion. And then he finally appeared.
Now that I think about it, wait a second. It's 4 episodes, but we're already the final episode, the season finale. Did we already blow past the 3 episodes already? I feel like I've only seen 1 or 2 of this Godspeed arc already. Somebody, this week is the final episode, right? Like, I don't even feel like there was any substance then. What the hell? Wow. I honestly felt like I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes focused on Godspeed as like some sort of strong arc, sort of.
Teasing for like years. He debuted in 2016, and ever since then he's been the most requested character on The Flash, in my opinion. And then he finally appeared in a very disappointing episode in season 5, but then they teased that that's not the end of the character. He's returned for season 6 in a really mysterious way, and finally all that setup came to the ending of season 7, where he's in 4 episodes. And August Hart didn't even appear in episode 15. The actual character is only going to appear in, at most, 3 episodes. And I know they're not continuing it into season 8, because season 8 will start with a crossover event, kind of, which has no room for Godspeed, I'm assuming. So, I mean, I don't understand the structure here. Obviously, the coronavirus affected it a lot, but I really only think the coronavirus affected the first couple episodes where they had to make it the Mirrorverse episodes. But then that really left like 15 episodes where they could have had like 7 for the Force Quest if they needed to do the Force Quest. If they wanted to do filler episodes, then just like 1. Any more than that is like ridiculous. And then that leaves 7 or 8 episodes for the Godspeeds, which is like not even enough for what they deserve. And they got 4 episodes in the end.
I mean, it's not even that, but like I've been saying it, like they could have the 3 episodes they did with those filler episodes. At least 2 of those episodes could have just been all about Nora Allen, young, yeah, what I'm talking about, future Nora and Jordan Impulse in the future, doing a build up where they're just like, maybe I said this in the first video, but part 1, where they're building up to show why Godspeed. If Jay is the reason, okay, let's show Godspeed killing Jay or something like that, right? And then it's like there's to the point where they're chasing Godspeed and he runs through the cosmic treadmill, and they're like, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to go back to the present or whatever. And then that goes into the episode where we see Barry and the family unite, whatever.
And even then, episode 15 dedicated a lot of its screen time to Allegra and Ultraviolet and Chillblade and Frost, and it's like, where the hell has this show gone? What are they doing? I don't understand, and I know I said that a lot in this video, but it really baffles me how the show can go from being so good, like in the first half of season 6, to so bad so quickly. So in summation, the supporting cast is awful. They take up more screen time than the main character does, and it is ridiculous. The main character also is completely incompetent compared to what he should be. The storylines are awful. The fact that they dedicate so much to filler is ridiculous, and the fact that they left Godspeed with just 4 is ridiculous as well. All of these things come together to make easily the worst season of The Flash so far, and I hopefully ever, but also one of the worst seasons in the Arrowverse. Definitely an F-tier season, on par with Arrow Season 4. Now, there are a couple episodes left in the season. I kind of enjoyed episode 15, just not nearly as much as I wanted to, but if the last couple episodes are good, and they do get me excited, then I will say that Season 7 is a bit better than Arrow Season 4, maybe a D-tier season. But as of right now, if the next couple episodes aren't good, which they probably will be just because they have Impulse and Godspeed and Excess and all those characters, but if it really falls flat, then this could be an F-tier season, the first one that The Flash has ever had.
Wow. I'm gonna see if let's see if we can get Black Lion on here. Let's reach out to him and see if he wants to join in and co-host the season finale review or something like that, or let me see if I can talk to him. Is he reachable like that? I don't know. Akasan is calling. Because I really want to know his thoughts on if they handled the Godspeed arc well.
But is there a way to fix these problems? I definitely think there is, but I don't think they're going to. I think that they should make Barry more competent and not reliant on the supporting cast. That would obviously make Barry non-incompetent, obviously, but also it would shine less light on the awful supporting cast, so they would be less awful, but also you might as well improve the supporting cast as well. Cisco and Wells already left, so they should also get rid of Chester and Allegra and Frost and leave the cast with really just the essentials: Barry, Iris, Joe, and all the other speedster characters that they could bring along, like Wally and Bart and Nora and any other speedster villains, because really, let's be honest here, we're here for the speedsters. The speedsters have always, and they always will be, the most interesting characters on the show. They have the most interesting powers. Visually, they look the coolest, and somehow they also end up being just the best written characters on the show as well. That's really what the show should have focused on from the beginning until the end, and I know the fandom complained about it in Season 3.
Yep.
The speedster villains have gotten out of hand. We've had too many of them. Savitar was 3 in a row. But I could confidently say that we, the Flash fandom, was wrong, and we want the speedsters back. Please. That being said, I do not think they're going to improve any of this just because of how mediocre episode 15 was. I don't think Eric Wallace knows what he's doing. I really don't think that he's ever going to improve the show. And if Season 8 is the final season, I don't think it's going to go out on as high of a high note that Arrow did, which is just such a shame.
Yep.
But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Season 7. Do you like it? Do you hate it?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying since Season 4, like, people thought I was crazy back Season 4 when I was like, should the Flash be canceled? should they end the Flash, because season 4 already was like the beginning of this weird turn, and which I didn't think all of season 4 was so bad, but I definitely remember when we talked about how CW, the DC TV stuff, has this weird thing about the season 4 curse. If you remember, like almost every DC TV season 4 show, every time they reached number 4, it was just the worst in the beginning of like the end or whatever. And Arrow luckily bounced back. But you know, there was a point where Arrow was unwatchable, and I have, to this day, I still have not watched every episode of Arrow, and just gave up on the show completely until you saw some very clear visual changes to the show getting its balls back. Basically, the Flash, I think, has gotten so deep into a downward spiral that it's hard to take any of it serious anymore. Just like somebody commented on the previous video, part 1 of this video on my channel, saying talk about the good things. There are no good things to talk about. I'm struggling about the good thing. Okay, fine. I found the good thing is Grant has, this is the best Grant has ever looked. This is the best Grant has ever looked as the Flash. He looks comic accurate. His build is amazing. The costume, for the most part, is amazing, right? That's basically it. This entire season. That's basically it, is the fact that he looks good in the suit. But almost everything else has been an utter disappointment. But you know, it's hard for me to be disappointed when I stopped caring long ago. And as I've explained several times, I only watch it because you guys want me to watch it, and it's entertaining for you. I like pain. Red Dreaded Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think, and we will join me on Twitch for this, mercifully, the season finale of The Flash season 7 on Twitch this week.